Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another classic guitar video. Thank you for joining me. Tonight's show is brought to you by Guitar Center of Glendora. Really great people. Go check them out. And tonight's guitar is a 2015, but new. It's NOS, new old stock. Epiphone, limited edition, custom shop, special Les Paul. I just bought this for $50 off of somebody yesterday because they really needed the money. These guitars are $170 new, I think. Yeah, 169, 170. So I'm going to put new strings on it. It still has the protective plastic on the back of the plate cover. The guitar is virtually new. The guy bought it. He didn't like the strings that were on it. So he immediately took the strings off and scratched his head and said, "I don't know how to string a guitar." And then he left it at that and put the guitar up for sale. So he literally strummed on it once, didn't like the strings, took them off, didn't know how to restring it. And this is where we're at on it. So I bought the guitar from him, and so let's have a look at it. And it's a pretty neat piece. I like it. So let's have a gander at it. It is pretty darn cool. And there it is, as you can see. There it is, no strings on it. It has a graduated bridge on it. And it is in virtually new condition. It's quite amazing. It's in satin finish, kind of a charcoal black. So I won't need to polish it. See the back plate there? Like I said, it still has the protective plastic over it, which I'm going to leave. It's made in China in 2015, but he just bought it from Guitar Center a few weeks ago. Or I guess, well, a month ago. It's been a month now. And rather than just take it back and tell him I tried to work on it and couldn't do it, he found a guitar he liked better, bought that instead, and put this one up for sale, hence I bought it. It is a limited edition custom shop. Epiphone, limited edition custom shop, special Les Paul. So it just goes to show you, even though you go to a guitar store or a musical instrument store, pick up an instrument fresh off the rack, fresh off the wall, if you will, that doesn't necessarily mean it's brand new model year this year, 2019. This has a serial number that indicates 2015. So by the time a guitar is made, produced, packaged, sent to the store, it might already be technically 6 months, a year, year and a half, 2 years old. So that's where we're at on this, and it's pretty cool. And I'm just gonna put strings on it and do my thing to it, and that'll be it on this. It's a pretty cool piece. I need to get my camera and take pictures of it first, though. So we'll do that. Yeah. Okay.
Followed by the day shift at 11:10 Central. Back in the saddle. Right here on Ancient Eye. The new one is brighter than Tahoe.
Okay. Have the new strings sitting here too, so.
We must learn the nature of this god. We must understand the reason for his arrival.
So we're doing pretty good on this. Here are the new strings. Ernie Ball regular Slinky 10s. we're going to put on it. So that'll be pretty spectacular. Now I can't test play it, but I can plug it in and tap on the pickups and make sure we've got signal to it. So we'll do that.
The new one doesn't want Tahal to have the fireproof. Make an altar for him. As big as Tahal.
Okay, see here how we have tonnage? So that means we have signal going through it.
No more for the people. This is alone.
Switch is good. Tone is good. I hear tone coming out of it. The volume's good. So we know we have no issues electronically with the guitar, even without strings on it. Isn't that special? Oh, okay, so I'll take this bridge off, which is easy to do. I'll take the studs off that hold the bridge. And I think these guitars are pretty cool. I actually have quite a few of them. I think I have, I checked today, I looked at them, I think I have 11 of these total, including this one. This is number 11. So that's pretty cool. 11 of these bad boys. And they're pretty decent guitars. I mean, they're very cheap end-user guitar that anybody can walk into a good Guitar Center or Sam Ash or Musician's Friend or whatever and order one or buy one and be perfectly satisfied with them, you know. Like I said, I think they're pretty sure they're 170 new. Pretty sure that's what they cost. I could be wrong. Yeah, anyway, so that's where we're at on this. We're going to go ahead and check the tuners and all this stuff and the truss rod and my usual things that I do. I already tell the tuners are very loose. So we'll go ahead and tighten those up, as I usually do. I'll move the camera view for you guys so you can actually see.
The matter-antimatter reaction is still active, but the field was raising hell.
So you can see how very easily I can turn that. And you don't want them that loose, so you want them moderately tight, so that way it kind of acts as a locking tuner, if you will. And it'll stay in tune easier. Well, that one was really loose. You don't need to crank down on them, you just need them tight. That's all.
Snapshots. Why do I get the feeling you're not just interested in tachyon fields?
This could be the greatest anthropological find of my career. If there's an intelligent species down there, we'll be able to track their development, not just for days or weeks, but for centuries.
Watch them discover new and better ways of beating each other over the head.
They won't necessarily follow the Klingon model.
As opposed to the human model?
Oh yeah.
It'll take a few hours to make each other.
A few hours. We might miss the
And then we'll tighten the actual tuner to the headstock a little better. 'Cause even though it's brand new, I mean, guitars are made of wood, plastic, metal, so it expands, contracts during weather, you know, humidity and all that stuff. So when that happens, things loosen, even though it's brand new from the factory. So you just want to make sure everything's tight. And again, you don't not impacted down, just tight, yeah. Just tight.
There are grave matters at stake here that cannot be delayed. What exactly are you doing? I'm sending him a letter.
Again, this guitar is in satin finish, charcoal black, so I won't need to polish it, but I am going to wipe it off because it's got, you know, fingerprints from the guy handling it, so I want to get those off. And then, weather permitting, tomorrow I will take pictures of it when we're done with it.
Ignorant ancestors believed every star was
And put it back up for sale.
You taught me how foolish that was.
I think I'm going to probably put $200 on it.
That's exactly what it is.
Now you might say, oh, wait a minute, that's more than retail. Well, you have to stop and think about it. Even though these are $170 new at the store, you're going to pay tax. You're going to pay them $50 to do a setup on it. And then by the time you're out the door, you're at $300. So there is that aspect of it. You got to keep that in mind. Okay, we're good on that. So we'll move the camera view and then we'll tighten the neck up.
The star is indeed responsible for knocking down our walls and making us stumble as we walk. Yes, I heard about that, my compliments. You heard what? Well, that you stumbled in front of several important people and during the last ground shake. Very embarrassing, I'm sure. I did nothing of the sort. When my hearing is not as good as it used to be, nor my memory either. Now, what were we talking about? We were talking about ancient
Neck
superstitions.
is nice and tight.
Now, I don't believe for a moment that the stars are gods, but then, what are they?
Okay. I'll take the back cover off, make sure everything is copacetic, and then take a picture. And I'm going to leave the factory plastic film on the back of the plate. So that way when somebody comes and looks at it, they can see that the guitar is in new condition. So yeah. And it is shielded. Has that aluminum tape on it. Everything looks good. I'm going to take a quick picture. So 500K pots.
Ruler of the good people of the land below you, demand that you stop women doing. Would hope.
And I'm going to put it sideways and check the, make sure the jack is tight.
I await your reply.
Okay, come on. There we go. Okay. Check the straps. Strap buttons, rather. Make sure the strap buttons are nice and tight. And they are. And what else do I need to readily tighten? Oh, the pots, of course. Come on. Ooh, switch is nice and tight now. That's what we like. The pickup bezels.
And were later diagnosed with 1 year's gangrene of the genitals. Call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced
These have jumbo frets on them, so that's pretty cool.
Call right now.
Call 800-496-0000. 800-490-9637. That's 800-490-9637.
Money is like life. You have to decide how to get the most.
And then we'll adjust the pickup pole height.
The trick is making good decisions today, so you're ready for tomorrow when it comes. So we made you some simple free tools that let you see how what you do today will affect your tomorrow. So you can make smart choices about how to spend your money and your life. Personal capital. Get to know your money. I know it's hard, Maddie, but I promise it's gonna get better.
Boy.
Introducing Eargo, a breakthrough in hearing.
It's one thing that's hard to deal with guitars and pickups is the pickup wax. When you adjust the pole height, so that wax squeezes out, and then if you get it all over the pickup of the guitar, it's a real mess.
Know you're wearing them, and they're so comfortable, you might forget you're wearing them. But don't worry, they won't take offense. Eargos fit into your everyday life seamlessly, which means you won't miss a moment. And Eargos are rechargeable, so you can forget about replacing expensive batteries, because there's nothing more frustrating than those tiny hearing aid batteries, except for unwanted background noise. But don't worry, our advanced noise reduction technology takes care of that. Simply put, Eargos are the best hearing aids on the planet. Call now and get Eargo. Attractive financing options are available. Eargo, your life to the fullest.
Okay.
The next series of scans is coming through. I'm downloading them into the display buffer.
No doubt about it. There's a city down there.
Elevated levels of carbon monoxide, ammonium. That's progress, all right.
They've developed internal combustion technology since the last few scans. Look at those radio lines. It looks like a system of roads.
Well, one thing hasn't changed. The geological disturbances that Voyager seems to be causing. The probe recorded half a dozen each month. Still not
Okay.
how severe they are.
Clean that wax away. I don't like that wax, but it is what it is, and that's what it is.
If you lived on a planet that was
Now we'll do the truss rod.
If they've reached this stage of industrial development, they must be observing us.
The probe's impulse thrusters are starting to fail. At its present altitude, it's been operating for over 200 years. Its orbit is becoming decayed.
Initiate self-destruct.
It disintegrated in the upper thermosphere. If they saw anything, it just looked like a shooting star.
Okay, now we will adjust the truss rod cover. The truss rod, I mean. Truss rod in general.
Any response to our transmission? No vision change either.
Surprise?
Send it again.
The entire sequence? How about just the prime?
That's it.
You're tired.
Doesn't need to go too far off from the factory settings. It's already pretty good, so
Prime numbers.
we don't need to embellish on that too much. Okay, what else do we need to do before we continue on?
Do you doubt that?
I doubt everything.
Well, get rid of the frets in the fretboard.
Have the entire
So we'll do
series
that.
of Starship friends.
Actually, I have them all. Even the duplicates. You couldn't walk into my home without tripping over a friend or two.
Not in our home. My grandfather wouldn't allow it. He told us that the Starship was a palace where an evil protector lived. He said that bad children were sent there to be punished. At this point, I'd be happy to see anything. Evil or not.
Can you boost the signal? Maybe if we switch to a different carrier wave.
Take a before picture, I almost forgot.
somebody up there? They don't like us very much.
Any beings capable of building that skyship could have destroyed our world long ago. They're not causing the tremors on purpose.
What if they're all dead?
If you truly believe that, why did you join?
Alright, here we go, folks.
They built everything, remember?
we go.
This transmission was made with primitive radio technology. They are not a warp-capable civilization. The Prime Directive says man is an answer.
Don't forget the temporal differential. That man has been dead
Before.
Nearly a century by now.
And we'll wipe it off about a dozen times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And see how dirty it is after. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh yeah. Beautiful. It ought to be. It's brand new still.
Might be this information we could use to leave orbit. That would stop the damage. It's worth the risk.
We don't even know if an awakening could survive the transition to their time frame. Doctor, correct me if I'm wrong. But the physiological stress could be fatal.
For one of you, perhaps. But not for me. My holomatrix would be unaffected.
You'd be going only as an observer. You're not to make contact.
I localized the source of the transmission to a subcontinent in the southern hemisphere. The central protector. How do you know that? I've been looking at the data from astrometrics. Seven's picked up a few of their local transmissions. I can tell you the name.
So again, this is a 2015 but new NOS, new old stock, Epiphone, limited edition, custom shop, special Les Paul. That's what the guitar is. In charcoal satin black, with 2 humbucker pickups, a volume, a tone, The pots are 500K. And that's about all there is to this guitar. There's not much else to say other than that about it. I paid $50 for it the other day. And the guy bought it brand new less than a month ago. He didn't like the strings that were on it, so he took them all off and discovered he didn't know how to restring a guitar. So while he was thinking about how to restring it, he found another guitar that he liked better, and then just bought that guitar. And that guitar happened to have strings on it that he liked. So, and thus I bought this guitar from him. He sold it to me to help defray the cost of buying this one and the other one. So, pretty cool. I actually have quite a few of these limited edition custom shop special 1 and special 2 guitars. This is a special 1, but they just don't call it a special 1, they just call it a special. And then there's special 2. Typically the special 2s have a sunburst or a cherry or, you know, a color on it rather than just a satin. And they're polished. You know, they have a polished finish, whereas this one has a satin finish. So that's the info on this sucker. And that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. If there's anybody in chat, I can't see chat right now, but hello. Hi, and welcome to Classic Guitars. And I'm just doing the frets and the fretboard, polishing it and cleaning it. Even though it's new, they still get dirty. Just from sitting at the store, or just from sitting in their box. When he bought this guitar, it was new in the box. He did say he had the box for it, and that when he was around my area, again, the end of this week or next week, he would drop the box off for me. So he does have the factory box for it, which is, you know, it's always nice to have a box for it. I mean, I don't have a case for this, so I would probably just put it back in the box. Just to keep it clean, keep the dust off of it and all that good stuff. Yeah. Then we'll go through all this cleaning and then leave it out, and then a week later it's all dusty again. Because I am going to be selling this guitar, not keeping it, so I want to keep it clean and as nice as possible for as long as possible. So yeah.
Oxygen therapy users. If you've been chained to an oxygen tank, then you know they're a burden. Tanks are often heavy and prevent you from trembling. Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
And we are almost done.
That's why I want to let you know about Imogen. A new way for you to live hot, anytime, anywhere. It's time to reclaim your independence with an Imogen 1 oxygen concentrator. Imogen makes its own oxygen from the air around you, so you'll never worry about running out of oxygen. The Imogen 1G Plus is light and compact. Plus it's battery operated, so you can have oxygen anytime, anywhere. Imagine the freedom of doing the activities you love. Spending more time with family outdoors, even traveling again. Call now for your free information kit. There's no obligation. Imogen, oxygen anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-775.
Frets and fretboard is actually quite dry. It's never been treated or anything, so.
Here's what's wrong with your workout. You're not doing it. Why? Because you don't have time. So we invented this. The ProFlex Max Trainer. The breakthrough 14-minute total body workout that combines the low impact motion of an elliptical with the calorie burning power of a stepper. Max Trainer is a great full body workout.
Yeah, when the fretboards are dry, they're a little bit harder to work on the polish, because when they become dry, they become porous. And when they become porous, they're harder to polish and harder to clean. You know, the wood, it is wood, and wood is porous, so, which means, you know, things can soak into it. Almost done, got 2 frets left. I'm gonna need to sit down in a minute because my back is killing me. So I'll finish up and I'll take my picture, my after picture. And then that'll be it on this sucker. Whew, okay. Alright, there we have it. Take my after picture.
Well, what do they know about us? Only that we arrived here centuries ago. They blame us for the seismic tremors, but everything else is pure speculation. And let me tell you...
Ooh, nice before and after. Nice before and after. Oh, yeah, look at the frets and fretboard now, people. Look at that.
The neighboring state decided to lob a few cannons.
Pretty darn cool.
Our tactical air command responded, and a new treaty was signed in a matter of weeks, but not before my apartment was in ruin.
So they have aviation technology.
They're hardly savages, Captain. In fact, they're making great strides technologically, thanks in part to Voyager.
What do you mean?
From the moment our ship arrived in the sky, they've been trying to make contact. Our presence has encouraged invention, precision, science, art, even children's toys. They're all variations on a single theme. Voyager. Marisa even composed an aria based on the sky ship. I sang the lyric.
Marisa?
She was my roommate. 3 years is a long time, Captain. One needs companionship.
You'll get no argument from me. But did you learn anything that might help us break orbit?
It's all in here. Meteorological records for the last 300 years. I've committed them all to memory. Some are inaccurate almanacs, but the more recent ones include detailed seismic analyses.
Get that information to Astrometrics. See if you can find any pattern to the place. Might help us figure a way out of here. See you in 6A. I'll download the data from your program.
Okay.
And do cosmetic surgery, too.
Lieutenant?
Unless you prefer looking like that.
Okay.
Of course, I completely forgot.
That looks better.
There's some other people on the planet.
Make an adjustment on the stream on the computer.
Still out of range for now.
I guess I can't blame them.
There's something of a space race going on between the various states. Who can our ship first?
Are we talking about a capsule with an astronaut? Or a missile with a warhead?
Yeah.
I can't answer that. But at the present rate of development, we won't have to wait very long to find out.
Okay.
And so does the people who live there. By Naomi Wildman. That's what I'm calling my report for astronomy class. Neo said I should choose a planet to write about. So I picked this one.
I don't need to polish much on this because it's, for one thing, it's new. And for another thing, the finish on it is satin finish, so don't have to do a whole lot to this. Just kind of clean it up a little bit, and that's it, you know.
Acknowledged.
What's happening?
About to work back data regarding the planet's gravitational field. We're using it to realign our
piece of my rag stuck in the pickup here. There we go. I think I got it all. So we got some things we can polish. It's you know, the bridge, the top of the pickups, the tuners, the neck plate, things like that. The knobs, you know.
I hope so. I need to re-attend my report.
Okay.
The day shift isn't just for weekdays. There are exceptions to every rule. Yes, aren't they glorious? H&I presents the Sunday Shift. See what I did there? Witness each of our weekday dramas as they make a run every Sunday in one glorious 5-hour block of TV. It's Nash, House, Jag, Monk, and Numbers. The Sunday Shift, every Sunday starting at noon, 11 Central on H&I.
Oh my, they have the Easter commercials out already. They're kind of skipping a holiday. They're forgetting St. Patrick's Day. I don't know why these companies don't make St. Patrick's Day candies, you know, like Cadbury and companies like that, you know. It's like they're missing out. I'd buy them, you know. It's like, hey, you guys are forgetting a holiday. You know. They're forgetting a holiday, for crying out loud.
In a recent clinical study, water-based sonic fusion was shown to be twice as effective as regular brushing and flossing for removing plaque and for improving gum health. Here's how water-based sonic fusion works. The sonic fusion successfully cleans the surfaces of your teeth. Pulses water from the center of the toothbrush, cleaning in between teeth and below the gum. Think just brushing your teeth is enough? Watch this. This cord is like your teeth. A regular toothbrush just cleans the surface. An electric toothbrush. Other sonic toothbrushes fail as well. But water-based sonic fusion thoroughly cleans the surface.
So yeah, satin finishes can be hard to deal with because you get just one little fingerprint on it, and it smudges it. So it's just like, you know, one of those things where it doesn't take much to dirty one up, you know. Just doesn't.
Try water-based sonic fusion for 60 days. If you don't love it,
Not take much to dirty one up.
pay return shipping. Call or go online now to receive water-based sonic fusion and a 3-year supply of brush heads plus free shipping. That's a total value of over $325. You can choose white with chrome trim or black with color.
But I don't need to do much wiping on it. You don't want to bear hard down on a satin finish guitar either, because then you'll put striation marks from the rag on it, and you don't want that either. Don't want those striation marks.
Money is like leather. You have to decide how to get the most from it. So we made you some simple free tools to help you see how what you do today will affect your future. The tools that you make smart choices about how to and your life.
Over the one to launch control, we're ready to ignite second stage propellants. Proceed.
Oh, I've got another piece of my rag in there. That's weird. Take a razor blade and pick it out very carefully. Oop, there we go. Now we got it.
What was that?
Oh yeah. There we go.
101 to launch control, we're not receiving your orders.
Everything else is working perfectly. Ignite the final stage. We have to proceed with ignition.
Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Hey, I'm gonna do the back.
Final stage propellants, deeply.
polish the back plate. You want to be very careful not to touch your polish rag that you're polishing chrome parts or whatnot onto the guitar. You will polish a big huge smudge on it, and then you will be kicking yourself for days and weeks and months and years. Well, maybe not days and weeks and months and years, but maybe days and weeks. Days and weeks and months and years and weeks and months and years.
That's my attention. I saw something that looks like a transfer port. It might be a place we can dock. Move in closer.
Okay. Now we can put the back plate back on in a minute. I'll do the just kind of wipe down the back of the neck. Everything is satin finish. I mean everything. So you don't need to go too hog wild on polishing it, you know. So I'm just gonna kind of. And I'm gonna lightly go over the tuners with some polish because they are chrome. So we'll do that. It's chromium. They are chromium. So we'll just kind of go in the back of the tuners here. And then when I flip it over, I'll do the other side of the back of the tuners. So sometimes I take both hands so that way I can, because I don't want to go on the back of the headstock because it's satin finish and I will put a polish streak in it. So rather than do a freehand like this, which I can do, I'll take my hand and just so we have a little extra, you know, bracing.
We were never meant to be here.
Try and stay calm.
We've seen enough. Please. We have to leave.
To polish the tuners themselves.
That's why you're on this
And
mission.
then you do each side of the
It's no different than
tuners.
your favorite.
It's different. Can't argue with that.
Another few minutes, then we'll go back.
We got lots of sides of the tuners. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Now we can take and polish off.
Could the laws of physics be
And
different?
then we gotta put the truss rod cover back on. That'll polish, and then I'll put that back on too. And it looks like I did not get any polish on the satin finish, so that's a plus. And if you're really, really neurotic about it, or if this was $1,000 guitar, I would take the tuners off and polish them and put them back, just to stave away any possibility of getting polish on the tuner, on the head back of the headstock, which is satin finish. So, if this was $1,000 guitar, I would do that. If it was a $500 guitar, I'd do that. So we'll polish the back of the tuners, or the other side, I mean.
Cable companies got you, Captain. Get Orby TV. Quality satellite TV for just $40 a month with no contract or credit check.
And he wanted to check my credit.
Available
And
at
that's it.
OrbyTV.com for more information. Ever notice how hard
I'll
it is
polish
to
the
clean a
truss rod cover.
for messes with wipes and spray cleaners? Try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
You did take the protective plastic off of the truss rod cover, because the truss rod covers come with plastic, protective plastic film. You peel it off too.
It's perfect
That one he took off, but the one on the back plate he didn't. So I kind of wish he left this one on, but yeah, it's okay. It's still brand new. So just put a light coating of polish on there, wax, and then we'll put this sucker back, and that'll be it.
Right now, the Omaha Steaks Savings Collection is only $59.99. A $194 value, 100 years in the making. Every Omaha steak is aged to perfection, custom cut by master butchers, and guaranteed to satisfy. You'll get 4 flavorful top sirloin steaks,
Screws.
4 pork chops, 4 juicy chicken breasts, 4 Omaha Steaks burgers, 4 gourmet jumbo franks, and 4 caramel apple tartlets. A $194 value for just $59.99. Today, get more burgers and franks free. That's 16 total Omaha Steaks, custom cut to order by a real family butcher. You will love it. Get the best from America's original butcher. 5 generations of quality and our family's 100% guaranteed delivered to your door. Order now.
What can you tell me?
The transition to our time frame was a little rough for them. I'm afraid his colleague didn't make it.
How is he?
Recovering. Lucky for him, I'm as good as his family doctor. After 3 years of
Okay.
their medical treatment, I know as much as
Everything's good on that. I see one of these little tuner ferrules I need to kind of pound down a little bit because it's sticking up. So a little trick to do that is you take a socket that's of the same size of the tuner,
She didn't survive.
and then you can hammer on it
Very sorry.
very lightly, and kind of that will press it down a little more. Here, I'll show you. Find a socket that's the same size. You just keep going until it doesn't fit. But you want to fit, but you want to be flush with the
Your planet is different.
piece there. Get my trusty little hammer out. This might be a little noisy, so sorry.
And we're hoping you can help us find a way to leave.
And you just pound on it a little bit, pound it flush.
So what you're saying is true.
A little bit more. Now it's flush.
That's why they chose me for this mission.
And there you go. That's how you do it.
The others, they made a mistake choosing me.
Oh, I have to disagree. For someone whose life has just been turned upside down, I think you're doing fine.
That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. Okay. We'll do the
Even before my mother's face,
and
and now I'm the only one that knows its name.
studs for the bridge.
I suppose it'll be the last thing I see as well.
That's up to you. I have no intention of keeping you here against your will. The doctor spent some time on your planet collecting data that we hoped would help us find a way to leave orbit. We need you to assist us in interpreting that information. However, the more difficult it will be for you to go home. Your culture is changing every second you're here. By the time you go back, you might find it more alien.
And then we'll do the next one.
Star of the night, star of the day, come to take my tears away, make my life always bright.
So again, this is a brand new Epiphone limited edition custom shop special Les Paul in charcoal satin black
I hope you're not disappointed.
with 2 humbucking pickups, 3-way switch, volume, a tone, and that's it. Not much else to say about it other than those things. Polish the knobs, and we'll put the knobs back here.
12 losses.
I don't believe it. Who's guarding to them?
Torelli's.
Any relation to these Aurelius? I saw the original. Defend for Mountain in the playoffs against Red River.
That was before I was born. gone into voluntary exile after a 512 season.
This information is out of date. We were far more advanced than this when I left. I can help you correct it.
Very well.
Let's start with the geological data. The seismic detectors back then.
Okay, put the knobs back.
Does every planet look like ours?
None that I've seen. Your world appears to be unique.
If we're so out of step with everything else, we'll never be able to explore space the way you have.
You're a highly adaptable species.
Okay, polish the wax off. Wax and polish.
Without the sky ship up above them,
And you just turn them.
lose interest in progress.
And make sure you have the knobs on tight so that way when you turn them, they're not wobbling, they're not doing that. You want them to turn nice and even, nice and straight when you're turning them.
An antimatter implosion. The world is experimenting with warp technology. Sensors detected an early test. Another test, 6 weeks later.
Yeah.
And a third, more controlled.
Okay, there we go.
And moving quickly.
Alright. Polish the tailpiece.
Too quickly.
What was that? But our yield is down to 82%. 64%.
Put the tailpiece on it.
Jamie is in the line. Go ahead, Captain. Are you picking up anything in astrometrics?
Oh, I just spilled some polish on my dang shorts. I just washed Monday.
Next on H&I, Star Trek Enterprise, followed by NYPD Blue, then Hunter. Right here.
Okay, well, whatever. It's all good.
Oxygen therapy users. If you've been chained to an oxygen tank, then you know there are
So good.
to prevent you from traveling. Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
A friend
We'll
of
polish it up anyway.
COPD. That's why I wanted to let you know about Imogen. A new way for you to have oxygen anytime, anywhere.
It's time to reclaim your independence with an Imogen 1 oxygen concentrator. Imogen makes its own
And this is
oxygen
kind of a pre-intonated bridge called a graduated bridge, or a step bridge, as some people call them. They go by several different names, whatever you like to call it.
Call now for your free information kit. There's no obligation. Imogen, oxygen
But they already have graduations in them, or steps on them, that are relatively close to being fully intonated without having to intonate it. But it does have a couple of Allen adjusters, Allen screw adjusters, so that way you can adjust the intonation, you know, back and forth this way or this way. So you can adjust the intonation on these, contrary to popular belief. I've seen a lot of other people doing videos out there, and they're saying it's virtually impossible to intonate these. There's no adjustment, and it's like that's not true. Not true at all. You can intonate these. These are intonatable. You just have to know how. That's all. Simple as that. Just like anything else, you have to know how to do it. They are intonatable. So here's the bridge all done, all nice and shiny. And it's not going to hold in place until I put strings in it. Probably going to leave it off, because if I keep putting it on and it slides off, it's going to put scratches on top of the guitar, and I don't want to do that. So we're already at almost an hour. So I really kind of want to finish up on this because I'm getting tired. So there is that. We'll be right back.
metabolic functions, help you make the transition. Thank you for everything, Doctor. It was a pleasure to treat a fellow citizen. Would you do me a favor? Certainly. Find out what happened to a boy named Jason Tabriz. He lived in the Central Protectorate.
Jason. An unusual name.
Yes. He was my son.
But you're a hologram.
It's a long story. He's dead by now. But perhaps you could discover what happened to him. Maybe you have children or grandchildren. You could tell them about me. I will.
Okay. We're making good time on this guitar, so I'm not too worried about it. I am going to flip it over so I can put the back cover on it. And I'm going to wipe my rag across it, but not polish it per se, because it's still got the factory protective plastic film that you can peel off of it. So I'm going to leave that on. So, yeah.
Shields at 23%. 17%.
Yep, that's all. Just kind of. That's all.
Our astronaut should have made it by now.
Based on the descent velocity, he landed about 10 minutes ago. That's a year and a half.
And they must have failed.
Okay. I think we're ready for strings. Once we get the first string on it, that will hold the bridge in place. So we have our Ernie Ball regular slinkies. So we will go ahead and start doing this with the first string, which is a 46. And yeah.
Try hailing them.
I'm going to put the string in my lap and then go ahead and grab the bridge with my rag so I don't get it all schmutzed up, but I just polished it.
I can make first contact.
And then I'll kind of stuff my rag under it to keep it from moving.
Allows me to exist in your time frame without actually leaving my own, but only for a few minutes. I'm afraid it'll be a while before my people actually join the rest.
And then we will,
We'll be able to bring the warp drive back online in approximately 2 hours.
Very good.
and the strings are feed through, so you just to the eye of the tuning peg. I'm going to stand up to do this because I need to. And then we'll start stringing this sucker. Cooperate.
This is H&I. Larger than life characters
Ah, come on now.
with stories that galaxy-wide.
Usually I don't have problems with the first string, but it's giving me an issue. There we go.
These are at least 300 years older than the ones in the last chamber.
You sure you can't read any of this?
How about you?
Well, this says, tall guys are popular.
No kidding, linguist. Let's get a shot of that one. I wonder what happened to them.
It is kind of weird. Not a single dial sound on the entire planet.
Even though these bridges have graduations in them, they do not have string slots in them. So you want to make sure you're centered on each one, otherwise they'll walk back and forth. That's kind of the only drawback to these type of bridges. And the height adjustment is in these right here, which I will adjust in a few minutes. Okay, so next string is 36.
It's a good deal bigger. And stronger. It's pushing the first storm through these mountains.
The diamagnetic storms saturated with garage energy. This is the shuttle.
Less than 10 kilometers.
The storms are throwing up too much interference into the atmosphere. The shuttle's out of the question. I'm afraid we're not talking about thunderstorms, Chief. A Polaris burst that could short-circuit a shuttle pod could do a lot worse to your nervous system. I've sent Malcolm down to the transporter. We're going to need to bring you up on an
Most likely a charge or a discharge.
I'm going to go ahead and adjust the height now because it's obviously buzzing, so. You want to adjust them up equally, otherwise it'll bind, and you don't want it to bind.
That's a pretty big jigsaw puzzle. What if some of the pieces are in the wrong place?
Okay.
Okay, but you go first, and if you get to Epiphone one piece, I'll be right behind you.
Okay. And I stretch the strings, which means I overtune it, and then that stretches the string, and then I will detune it. So that's how that works. Gonna go the fuck. Okay. So we can tune this. We can get this guitar strung up pretty quick. You guys know me. I'm pretty quick at stringing up a guitar, so it won't take me long to do it. next gauge, which is 17, which is the first unwound string. So that's pretty darn special.
Tomorrow, starting at 11:10 Central. Invitation, right here on H&I.
Next gauge, 13. I'm going fast for two reasons. One, I want to get it done, and two, my back is killing me from standing up, so bear with me, please. My back is killing me, mostly due to this weather. I mean, it's raining buckets right now, but it was really raining buckets about a half hour ago. Now it's tapered off a little bit, but it's still raining cats and dogs.
Is anyone sitting here?
Literally cats and dogs. There are cats and dogs out there that it's raining.
Didn't you find it unsettling?
For a minute or two, but once I got my fingers and toes,
Oh no, I just don't feel right.
it was probably that storm. You don't forget things like that too quickly.
It's not the storm. Transporter. I don't feel like myself until I do it. Now I need to check the medical database and find out what happened to the people they used when they were testing that day.
You mean other than Cyrus Ramsey?
Cyrus Ramsey.
Tell me about poor Cyrus.
Am I supposed to?
You can't roll us a bottle overnight without hearing a story about someone seeing Ramsey's molecules dematerialize in that foggy night.
What happened to him?
Next thing you tell us, you never heard of the Easter Bunny.
What happened to him?
Mouse in his coffee. 2146. He was a test subject for the first long-range transport. This one of the managed.
Last string, 10 gauge. Come on. Why isn't that string going in all the way? Oh, there it goes. You always want to make sure the string is in its seat in the bridge, if you will, because if it pops and moves on you, it will go dramatically, not just a little out of tune, it will go dramatically out of tune instantly. So there is that.
Dr. Fox,
you in there? Jeremy, come in.
I was feeding my leeches. Are you alright?
You can hear me.
Right here. Are you not feeling well?
No, I'm not feeling well. I dematerialized, and then I rematerialized, and... No, I'm not feeling well.
I heard about your ordeal on the surface, but once started there,
I'm not talking about the storms. I'm talking about my molecules.
Comes a dome. That's it.
There we go, folks. Crazy out of tune, but there you have it. In all of its glory, or lack thereof. Now I'm going to take my flat needle nose and
Don't feel right.
crimp the edge, the leading edge that goes into the hole level, and then I'll cut off the ends of the strings.
That's not where it used to be. It was a good 7
And there we go.
It's not a joke, Doctor. That machine can move a birthmark. Who knows what else it could do? Honey, I don't feel right.
A lot of animals defeat before bedtime. If I were you, I'd get a good night's sleep.
This one I'm going to have to be careful with because I don't want to cut the string itself. So I have to be really careful.
What time is it? 1100 hours. That's impossible. My shift starts at 0800. I'm sorry, Captain. I don't know what happened.
My back is killing me. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, let's plug this bad boy in and see what it's sounding like.
The chambers you and Mr. Tucker photographed contain sacred. How could you possibly know that?
Have you found their biosites? They're still in the complex. I'm trying to isolate the specific chamber.
Okay. Here we go, yo.
Go ahead, Travis.
We got tonnage. Alright.
This is Captain Archer, Starship Enterprise.
Okay. Here we go. Now we'll mess around with the height. We'll go down half a step and see what that does for the action height. So I like my actions pretty much right just above buzz point. Another half a step, see what that does.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies
That does for action. Half a step up on this end, back up, and then I just lost an element on the floor. Good luck finding it, huh? It's the one I need to set the intonation, so. Son of a mother. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. Oh my god. Dang it. It's a huge deal, but it's still nailing it. Did it land on the floor? Son of a mother. Yeah. Freaking hell, man. 10-cent Allen wrench is gonna piss me off. Watch. Watch, I'll find it in July or something. That's always the way, isn't it? You lose something on the floor and then, like, a year later, 6 months later, you find it and you go, oh yeah. Where is I heard it hit the floor. I know. It's not that big of a deal, but it's the Allen wrench I needed to finish my job. Shoot. Ay, ay, ay. Whatever. Ay, ay, ay. There's something. Got a dead spot. I'm gonna have to go back down, or back up half a step. So here we go, half a step.
Sounds like the captain might want to speak with him again.
Not a big deal. It happens, you know, whatever. I think the intonation's pretty close. Oh, I gotta go back up a half a step. I got three dead frets.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
Ah, I gotta go up another half step. Got a dead fret. Gotta go another half a step. Okay. Why is it?
See
intonation now. Dang it, I can't believe I lost that. Allen wrench. I'll find it, but it just kind of pisses me off because just one of those things, you know.
I can see why you might imagine the universe unraveling.
You just kind of lock it in place. You just a little bit, you know. I'm not trying to move it any. I'm just trying to lock it in place, if you will. I'll find that Allen wrench probably tomorrow because I got to move some guitars and stuff. So we'll probably, more likely than not, find it tomorrow. Forgetting to do. Adjust the pickup height. Like my pickups fairly high for a nice tonal aggressive sound. Okay. Got a good height. That should sound a little bit more aggressive. There we go, folks.
After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee credit associates. Live better, debt free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. Credit card companies credit associates know how much money you can save for free. Call 1-800-967-9877.
We have a finished guitar, and it is a brand new Epiphone, limited edition, custom shop, special Les Paul, in charcoal black. At least I call it charcoal black. I think they just officially call it black satin. I call it charcoal black because that's what it looks like to me. But there you have it. There you have it, in all its glory, or lack thereof. No, it's a pretty cool guitar. I bought it for 50 bucks just the other day from a guy who bought it brand new, didn't like the strings on it, took the strings off, figured out he didn't know how to restring a guitar, found another guitar he liked better, bought it, thus I bought this from him. So it is brand new. And he even gave me a soft case for it, a gig bag for it. So I will turn around and sell this guitar for $180, $200, probably 180 I'll put on it. And yeah, there you have it. I will be right back.
Now you can see what that sneaky nanny's been up to, or see what's happening to your private stash. Traditional cameras only shoot 70 degrees of space. Cam captures twice the area, surveilling your entire property. Now you can send package thieves packing to prison, or finally catch which neighbors not picking up after their pooch. Traditional security cameras can cost you hundreds, but you can get all that technology in 1 square inch with the Cop Cam for only 2 easy payments of $19.99. But that's not all. Order now and we'll upgrade you to our Cop Cam Elite with 6 built-in infrared LEDs. So when the sun goes down, you still have perfect HD recording of any potential threats at night, absolutely free. And we're not done. We'll also send you our swivel clip to turn your Cop Cam into the best dash cam. Or clip it on your shirt, belt, or watch band for the best body cam for ultimate protection. Also a must for action sports from your point of view. And it's yours absolutely free. And finally, an 8GB memory card, also free. Call or click now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 Cop Cams with night vision, 2 swivel clips, and 2 memory cards. But you have to call or click now to order. Call 1-800-515-5231. That's 1-800-515-5231. Or visit mycopcam.com. So call 1-800-515-5231 or visit mycopcam.com. Order now. In just days, you could win $7,000 a week for life from Publishers Clearinghouse. Yes! I'm speechless. Just go to PCH.com and enter now. April 26th, you can win $7,000 a week for life.
I like your lights. I want those lights. Okay. I didn't even have dessert tonight. That's how feverishly I've been working on this guitar. And that OLP in the previous video. Boy, I was having a heck of a time with that thing. Whew. I'm glad it's done now. I put way too much time, effort, and money into that guitar. I'd have to sell that guitar for $500 to get my labor and parts back out of it. And I'm only going to put it up for sale for about $280. I think I'll put $280 on it. If somebody offers me $250, $260 for it, I'll take it, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Oops, I need to put that back. What am I doing? I need to reorganize my thing so better, I guess. I don't know. I think I need to move those. I'm starting to accumulate parts on my work area again. I don't want to do that. Too many parts. And I don't want to accumulate too many parts. Shoot. Ah, man. Okay, I'll put that there. I guess I'll put these here. So why not? Oh. Way too many parts sitting here. Way too many, way too many, way too many. Okay, there we go. Now we got a little bit cleaner work area. A little bit, not much, but a little bit. So here we have the finished product. Again, it is technically the guitar is a 2015. But the guy I bought it from bought it brand new less than a month ago at Guitar Center. He even gave me the receipt for it. Just goes to show you, just because you go to a guitar store or a musical instrument store doesn't necessarily mean you are buying current model year stuff. If you know how to read serial numbers like I do, and this one shows as 2015, but it's technically brand new. He bought it, didn't like the strings that were on it, took the strings off, and found that he does not know how to restring a guitar. While he was deciding how to learn how to restring it, he found another guitar he liked better, bought it, and thus sold me this guitar. So I put new strings on it, Ernie Ball regular Slinkies, 10s, 10 high with a 46 low, and it's a pretty cool guitar. I actually have 12 of these guitars, these limited edition special Les Pauls. I have one in Sunburst, which is actually a special 2, and then I have one in Cherry Red, I have one in black, I have one in white, I have one in green, and other colors. Usually the colored ones, the ones that have sunburst and color variation on it, are special 2s. This is a special 1, although they don't call it a special 1, they just call it a special. So that's what this guitar is, and I'll flip it over and show you the back of it. The logo there shows. I'll take the camera and I'll show you. Oop. Sorry about that. There's the logo, and as you can see, I'm sorry, limited edition Epiphone, limited edition custom shop. You see there's the serial number 15, that means the first year, it's 15, and then the month, and then the date, and then the consecutive serial number. It's 2015. And a lot of people will tell you there is no such thing as an Epiphone custom shop, limited edition custom shop. Now technically there is no Epiphone custom shop. It's just the line of guitars that they call it. They call it a limited edition custom shop. So that's what this guitar is. It's made in China. I wish it were made in Korea, but that's okay. I mean, this isn't a high-end guitar. It's not meant to be a high-end guitar. But I like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's in satin black, translucent black. I like to call it charcoal translucent black because that's what it looks like to me. And I have 20/20 vision. I have really good vision, and I'm not colorblind, so that's what it looks like to me. So that's what I like to call it. But officially, it's just translucent black. And we put new strings on it and put a full setup on it, and she's a beaut. And make sure it's still in tune. Sounds good. I'm happy with it. I paid $50 for it. I should be able to get $180, $200 for it. So it's not too often I get to make a good profit on a guitar. This is just one of those instances. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool piece. The guy even sold it to me with a brand new gig bag, which I will keep. Normally I do not sell any of my guitars with cases, hard shell, or gig bags because I've over the years found that people generally, not always, but generally speaking, do not like the case or the gig bag that I include. So I stopped including them. And that lowers the price of the sale price of the guitar. So people always tell me, man, your guitar, your prices are really, really good. Well, that's because I'm not including a case or a gig bag. You know, if I do, that's another anywhere from $100 to $150 more. So I don't do that. So that's what we have, and I really wish I could find really wish I could find my Allen wrench that I lost. Maybe I'll find it here in a few minutes, I don't know. But I lost an Allen wrench here on the floor somewhere. I just need to find it. It's an Allen wrench, and I lost it. It's an Allen wrench, and I lost it. Ooh, these batteries are dead. Had new batteries in this thing. Now they are dead. So I will put new batteries in, if I have them. There we go. Got some new batteries in this infernal thing. Now I lost a rag on the floor. I can't believe I lost a rag. An actual rag on the floor. And I can't find the rag. Oh, there it is. Okay, duh. Alright. Goodness gracious. Maybe the Allen wrench landed in the seat? No, it didn't. So I'll take this light. This is actually a pretty cool light. It's magnetic and it's swivelable. You can get these at Harbor Freight for like, I don't know, $5, $4. They're pretty cool. And it's magnetic. It swivels and it's pretty cool. Pretty decent little light for the money. Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight tools. Now I should be able to find my Allen wrench on the floor here somewhere.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, find my Allen wrench. Find my Allen wrench. Find my Allen wrench.
We've had an accident with our transporting device.
Oh man.
What is that? You don't have time for matters.
I still don't see my Allen wrench.
It was approved for transporting biomatter before we left the place. We've used it a number of
I do
times.
not see my Allen wrench anywhere. Unless it's over here. Huh. Well, my room just ate my Allen wrench. That's all I can say. I heard it ping, and then I heard it hit the floor, and now I can't find it. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's not like it was a Craftsman or a Snap-on. It was a Harbor Freight 25-cent Allen wrench. It's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Okay, well, it's all good. She's about to look at me. Woman I've ever seen. Oh, so here it is. Again, it is a brand new Epiphone limited edition custom shop special Les Paul in translucent black, satin black, and it is pretty cool. It's brand new. It has 2 humbucker pickups, a volume, a tone, and a 3-way switch. A step graduated bridge. And it's a pretty cool piece. I like it. I think it's really, really neat. Very cool. Very neat. Very neat and very cool. I'm glad I finished it. I just bought it the other day. Bought it yesterday or the day before. Day before yesterday. That's when I bought it. Monday. Bought it Monday. Yeah, that's right.
3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots. SOS.
Dots.
Dots and dashes, Morse code. It's been used on Earth for centuries. It's a distress call.
Let's see how good your memory is. H. Oh, it's changed. S. H.
It still sounds like
I. Come on. This plasma circuit is self-contained. No one outside of this room could be using it to send a message. Not outside this room, I'm right here. It's been a very difficult day. Perhaps you should try to get some rest.
you're right. I'll have a trip look at it tomorrow.
Again, this is a Epiphone limited edition custom shop special Les Paul, brand new in translucent satin black.
This is big. Welcome to the big time.
That sounds good.
NYPD Blue. Tonight starting at 1 a.m. 12 Central on H&I.
Last year's ad campaign was a big hit at hotels.com.
Bada book, bada boom.
This year, we're taking it up a notch.
So in this commercial, we see 2 travelers that are comforting with a glow around them. So people watching will be like, wow, maybe I'll glow too if I look direct at choicehotels.com.
Who glows? Just say bada book, bada boom.
Nobody glows.
He gets it.
Always the lowest price guaranteed. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Beauty editors have tried everything in search of a whiter smile. Their choice, Crest 3D White Strips. Our exclusive whitening formulation safely whitens 25 times better.
I think we're going to bring this video to a close because I'm tired and my guitar is done. So, that being said,
Used for lots of other things, especially if you have tickets or an accident on your driving record. Right now at the General, you can get an anonymous online quote with low payments. Choice of due date.
so thank you for joining me on this classic guitar video. I really appreciate it. And again, this is a brand new Epiphone limited edition custom shop special Les Paul in translucent black. It's brand new. We just did a professional full setup on it. And tonight's show is brought to you by Guitar Center of Glendora. Please check them out. They're really great people. And thank you very much for joining me, and happy guitaring.
Man, want to get your edge back after 40? More energy, drive, performance. Deal with the big hurt Frank Thomas did. You look lean, Frank.